watching Clarion's very own TV5 News Live.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, February 6th, 2002. I'm Pat Grace.
And I'm Jackie Nealon. Tonight our top story, many topics were at the table of last night's Clarion Borough Council meeting.
Taking a look at those stories is TV5's own Autumn Gills. Autumn?
Council meeting, Main Street parking and crosswalks were discussed. Local merchants that currently own stores on Main Street are concerned that lack of parking may be affecting their business. Store owners are seeking a resolution to the problem.
If storefronts on Main Street are going to survive, we have to make it more convenient for the shoppers. I believe it is the duty of this council to look at solutions to make parking more convenient in Clarion.
Borough Council agreed to work with store owners to fix the problem, but no immediate action was taken. A crosswalk may be put in on East Main Street by Clarion University's Nair and Wilkinson Halls, leading to a nearby parking lot. Council motioned to have PennDOT conduct a traffic study. Rich Herman voiced his concerns about the crosswalk being put in.
One of the things that we're looking at is safety in the crosswalks, which really needs to be a factor because lighting certainly at that crosswalk, that East Main Street tendency to have very fast traffic on, and Greenville Avenue. And so on one light, we're concerned a little bit about, in those particular crosswalks, about adequate lighting, making sure that a student trying to cross there wouldn't be struck, that it would be adequately lighted.
New parking, a new crosswalk. Main Street may see some changes coming soon. In the newsroom, I'm Autumn Gills, TV5 News.
Officials say the raise in parking fines has not had much of an effect on long-term parking along Clarion's Main Street. Clarion Borough Council doubled the parking ticket price from $1 to $2 January 1st. They had hopes the increase would stop the long-term parking along Main Street. They're finding the increase has almost no impact on the parking situation. Borough Council did not comment on the parking fines at last night's meeting. Clarion County is in trouble with a few of its residents. 2 residents are unhappy with recent decisions forcing them to file a lawsuit yesterday. Stanley Switzer and Jack Minnick each filed a lawsuit against the county. For more than 40 years, they have carried concealed legal handguns without a problem, and now they feel that the county has violated state and federal constitutions by enacting an ordinance banning all handguns in county buildings. However, Switzer and Minnick both believe the county has exceeded its authority and are taking action.
County representatives and United Mine Workers of America officials have settled all outstanding grievances filed against the county. Republican Scott Kiefer, the county director of human resources, said several grievances were settled at a meeting earlier this month and one held on January 30th. Kiefer is pleased with the progress the union and the county made. They were able to solve 7 grievances in about 2 to 3 weeks. He believes that the county's new labor relations consultant, Tom King, should be recognized for the progress made on the grievances.
The Clarion County Register and Recorder's Office has seen a surge in recording and revenue collected this year. According to the 2001 productivity statistics issued by Register and Recorder Greg Mortimer. Since Mortimer has taken over the administration of the office in 1988, this is the 14th surplus the county has seen.
Authorities have identified 23-year-old Anthony Kashnicki of Larksville. He is the 4th person killed in a suburban Wilkes-Barre home early Monday morning. However, the question remains why none of the victims of the apparent triple murder-suicide tried to fight or flee. Authorities say there is no evidence of a suicide pact.
A Harrisburg grocery chain is in trouble with local authorities. The giant food store chain is apologizing for one of its promotions. It seems that in an attempt to honor Black History Month, the store advertised a sale on fried chicken. An official Giant says it was only one store and sale promotion was removed after a customer complained. Do you remember the Titans? Well, the real-life star of Remember the Titans was in Clarion this week and had a moment to talk with TV5's own Courtney Wilson. Courtney?
Because once you get on that bus, you ain't got no mama no more. You got your brothers on the team, and you got your daddy. Now, you know who your daddy is, don't you?
Local residents and students can easily recall last year's box office hit Remember the Titans, starring Denzel Washington as Coach Herman Boone. Boone was the coach of the T.C. Williams Titan football team in Virginia when 3 schools were integrated in 1971. Boone helped unify the team and community towards a state championship. 31 years later, Boone was here in Clarion, part of the Martin Luther King series with the purpose of inspiring and motivating audiences.
It was very difficult to explain to children hate. Right. You know, it's very difficult. They don't understand because, you know, hate starts to take place long around junior high when people start dating. But before then, everybody's cool, you know.
Boone said the events of racial integration affected not only his team, but also his family.
They couldn't understand at such a you know, early part of their lives and youthful time of their lives, how people can hate like that. How people can throw toilet stools and wonder how grown men could chase little children from school. They didn't understand that.
Students who listened to the presentation came away with Boone's message about teamwork, respect, community involvement, and importance of character.
I thought it was a very inspirational speech, and he talked about diversity a lot, which, I mean, I really haven't seen much problem here, but everything he said went to heart. It was a good speech.
I felt that it was a great experience. I'm glad he came.
After the presentation was finished, Coach Boone talked more about the movie inspired by his story, saying he was happy with Washington's portrayal of his coaching.
Yeah, they could have found somebody better looking than he is, but nevertheless, I think he did a very good job.
At Hart Chapel on the Clarion University campus, Courtney Wilson, TV5 News.
Up next, we have the latest on the War on Terror, and TV5's very own Mark Despotakis will take us back to Groundhog Day and let us know what the weather we should be expecting for the next 6 weeks.
But first, it's your turn. Your turn to let us know what you think. Call or email us here at TV5 with your ideas.
This portion of the programming was brought to you by the Clarion Bowl Arena, located on Route 322, 1 mile east of Clarion. Bowl Arena offers rock and bowl every Friday and Saturday night, and a game room with 8 pool tables and arcade games. Bowl Arena also offers bumper bowling for kids' birthdays and league play for adults. Call 764-3471. Again, that's 764-3471.
On September 11th, America faced terrorist attacks of the worst kind. Innocent lives were lost, and a sad cloud was cast over this great nation. These acts were intended to cause fear among all Americans, including our children. But we cannot let that happen. There are things we can do to help our kids. Talk with them, listen to them, tell them they're safe and that they're loved. God bless you, and God bless America.
Do you want complete coverage of local, state, national, and international news as it happens?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to TV5 News Live.
Then tune in to Clarion's very own TV5 News Live for complete coverage of the Clarion area and our world. TV5 News crews join with crews from the world's news leader, CNN, to provide complete coverage of the day's events. With advanced satellite capabilities, TV5 News can bring you the latest news as it happens. So tune in every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings for Clarion's very own TV5 News Live.
A warning from the head of the CIA. The U.S. releases a group of Afghan detainees mistakenly imprisoned, and no bond for American Taliban John Walker Lynn. Skip Lozier has an update on those stories in tonight's update on the War on Terror.
CIA Director George Tenet warns al-Qaeda has not been destroyed, and its leaders may be planning an unconventional attack on U.S. interests here or abroad.
Their modus operandi is to continue to have multiple attack plans in the works simultaneously and to have al-Qaeda cells in place to conduct them.
No matter how he's tried, Tenet says they will not always be able to accurately predict when or where there may be another attack, but they have had some successes.
We know that we stopped 3 or 4 American facilities from being bombed overseas. We know we saved many American lives.
Taliban American John Walker Lind has been denied bail by a federal judge in Alexandria, Virginia. The judge cited an email Walker Lind sent to his mother, saying he didn't understand her attachment to America, which he contends never helped anybody. The judge said Walker Lind would be a flight risk. Meantime, his lawyer asked Attorney General John Ashcroft to stop speaking out in public about the case.
In my view, to shoot the mouse.
In Afghanistan, the U.S. military has confirmed the release of 27 detainees it captured during a raid late last month north of Kandahar.
It was determined that those 27 detainees were not, nor did they have any links to al-Qaeda.
Others who do have such ties are now on their way to the U.S. detention center at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. In Washington, I'm Skip Lozier.
I'm sure residents in the southeastern part of the United States can't wait until next summer. A late winter storm has brought a mix of rain, snow, and ice to the southeastern U.S. As much as 6 inches of snow fell in parts of Arkansas Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning. The snow is expected to continue through much of the day. Officials warn icy roads have been causing traffic snarls throughout the southern part of the state. Forecasters say the precipitation should end late today, and tomorrow the sun will be out again. An Ohio woman is accused in the fatal shooting of her father in his hospital room Tuesday night in Cincinnati. 51-year-old Vicki Glick was arraigned Wednesday morning in a Hamilton County court. The judge set her bond at $250,000. Detectives say during a visit to the hospital, Glick pulled out a gun and fired 4 shots at her father, identified as Robert Price. She surrendered to hospital security officers and was taken into custody. In international news, Britain's Queen Elizabeth ascended to the throne 50 years ago today. She has chosen to mark the Golden Jubilee by remembering her father, King George VI, and paying a visit to a new cancer treatment center near Norfolk, England. Elizabeth became the Queen after her father died of lung cancer. There was also a bit of pomp and ceremony to honor the Queen's 50-year anniversary with soldiers on parade, a brass band, and a gun salute at Hyde Park.
San Diego police say they're making some progress in the investigation of a missing 7-year-old girl. Danielle Van Dam disappeared from her home Saturday. Police say her next-door neighbor, 51-year-old David Westerfield, is now a potential suspect in the case. They searched his house yesterday and seized 2 vehicles. Police say Westerfield is cooperating. He voluntarily took investigators to the site where he was camping last weekend when Danielle disappeared. Police say they wouldn't be questioning him if they were on a wild goose chase. But at this point, they have no plans to arrest Westerfield. Danielle's parents spoke to reporters this afternoon, saying reports of progress don't change the fact that their daughter is still missing. They urge the public to keep their eye out for their little girl. Up next, Mark Despotakis and many Clarion students will join us with a special look at the long-term weather forecast.
But first, here's a look at tonight's stock report.
Lightfoot.
Bishop.
Hernandez.
Swifka.
Harris.
Lavender.
Peavy.
Yes.
In the game of life, you've got a much better chance at getting picked for a cool job with great pay if you take algebra, geometry, and calculus. You need to know how math can improve your future. Demand it. Call Anatomy. We'll tell you.
Wardrobe for some TV5 news stock provided by Fashion Bug, located in the Clarion Mall. Whether you're looking for genius trendy or fashion for women, they have it all with many different styles. Fashion Bug also offers a wide selection of accessories. Fashion Bug is located in the Clarion Mall, just off of exit 62 of Interstate 80. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. and Sunday from noon till 5.
This portion of programming is sponsored by Reese Brothers, located in Drake Square Building in Oil City. Reese Brothers offers a competitive hourly wage, plus daily bonuses, flexible scheduling, company-sponsored health benefits, and paid professional training. Call today at 1-800-365-3500, extension 684, or 677-9236 for your personal interview, or stop by and visit the Drake Square Building. Reese Brothers, where integrity and technology connect.
Hi everybody, I'm Brandy. How would you like to give hope to millions of the world's children? UNICEF, the United Nations Children's Fund, is saving lives in over 140 countries by providing kids with medicine, clean water, nutrition, and education. With your help, UNICEF can make a huge difference in our world. For more information, call 1-800-FOR-KIDS. Thank you.
You're watching Clarion's very own TV5 News Live.
Well, as you know, Punxsutawney Phil predicted 6 more weeks of winter. So should we keep the gloves and hats on hand, or is warm weather around the corner?
Yes, Stephanie, what can we look forward to? Thanks, Jackie. Today in Clarion, temperatures reached almost 30, but clouds hung over us for most of the day. First off, the satellite map will show just where these clouds were. The purple in Pennsylvania shows the regions with the heaviest cloud cover. In central Pennsylvania, conditions were mostly cloudy all day today. Clouds will increase later this evening and throughout the night. The front map shows no precipitation in Pennsylvania and throughout the entire Northeast for today and for tonight. The high-pressure system below Pennsylvania will bring us slightly higher temperatures for tomorrow and throughout the weekend. On the next front map for tomorrow, you can see the rain that was in the southeast for today will move into the northeast by tomorrow. As of now, the rain showers are expected to stay below central Pennsylvania, and we should only see partly cloudy skies. And for the next 5 days, the forecast will remain much the same as it did today. Partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the mid-40s. For Thursday, partly cloudy with a high of 43 and a low of 29. Friday, partly cloudy again with a high of 44 and low of 30. For the weekend, partly cloudy with highs of 47 and 32 and 48 and 30. And for Monday, mostly cloudy skies with a high of 43 and a low of 27.
So it looks like it's going to be a little bit warmer.
But things will stay cloudy, but the temperatures will be a little bit higher.
That's good. Thank you, Stephanie. Many of you might have already heard Punxsutawney Phil has declared 6 more weeks of winter, but that wasn't the only thing going on in Punxsutawney. TV5's Mark Despotakis was at the Knob and got the inside look. Mark?
Gentlemen, it's time to get serious about weather business at Gobbler's Knob.
I'm sure you've heard by now that on Saturday, in front of thousands of faithful followers, Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow, signaling 6 more weeks of winter. With Punxsutawney only a 45-minute drive from Clarion, lots of people from our area made the trip to Gobbler's Knob to see Phil.
We're having fun. We're here to see Phil, man. I'm excited. We're out here because there's nothing better to do in Pennsylvania on February 2nd. And we figure this is as good a place as any.
I'm really cold, but it's all right, because Punxsy's awesome.
Yeah.
So wait, now you're here to get Clarion's name out, or?
Clarion, yes.
Go to Clarion, it rocks! Clarion rocks, yeah!
Some Clarion University students even came to Punxsy disguised as Phil.
We're showing Phil the love.
Well, take a look behind me. You can see the crowd is ready for Phil to make his prediction. And they made an announcement here just a few minutes ago that they sold all of the bus passes for the shuttle buses bringing people here. They sold every bus pass that was printed, and that's 38,000. Those thousands of people made their way from all over the country to see Phil, or as one person put it,
Sexy groundhog.
well, sexy groundhog or not, people are at Gobbler's Knob to have fun.
We came for the Dreamer. I mean, it's the second favorite holiday in the United States. And we thought we can't miss it. You know, we have the free weekend. Let's try to Pennsylvania, I thought.
The freezing temperatures couldn't keep people away from punks. Even Elvis and Survivor's Amber Burkett showed up for the early morning party, which included a huge fireworks display that celebrated the American spirit. We also ran into a familiar face to TV5 viewers, our own CNN Washington correspondent, Elaine Quijano.
Oh, it's a great time. I can't tell you. The war on terror, that's all been pretty much everything that I've done every day since September 11th. I mean, it's a nice switch, a nice change of pace. The atmosphere here is great. The people are great. It's a fun time, and it's nice to see that really we live in a country where you can celebrate something as fun and frivolous as Groundhog Day.
So no matter what Phil's prediction was, the crowds out here had a great time and were united behind all that is American. In Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, Mark Despotakis, TV5 News.
Thanks, Mark. Some potatoes are mashed and some potatoes are celebrated. You may have heard that yesterday was the 50th birthday of the toy icon, Mr. Potato Head. CNN's Janie Moose was invited to the party.
May we suggest how not to celebrate Mr. Potato Head's 50th birthday by brandishing a potato peeler? You don't think I should peel Mr. Potato Head? All right. He's been appealing to kids since 1952.
Potato Head people look different every time you make them.
The same year, American Bandstand debuted, and Vice President Nixon made his checkers speech. Mr. Potato Head made no speeches on his 50th. Happy birthday. Though he did get a cake and was presented with an AARP card from the American Association of Retired Persons. Why is his nose on top of his head?
Because he's funny.
Let me try this ear. Oh!
It's my potato.
In the old days, they used the real thing.
Take any vegetable. Just stick in eyes, then ears.
Kids today have never had to deal with actual vegetables. Who wants to try this one? All right, easy does it. Back in 1964, they did away with the sharp parts necessary to pierce a real potato and substituted a plastic body with holes.
I sort of like the old potato head better.
Yeah, well, I wondered why they changed it. So that's really the reason?
That's really for safety reasons.
Maybe someone should worry about Mr. Potato Head's safety. Mr. Potato Head has had some memorable moments, from ringing the bell at the New York Stock Exchange to turning in his pipe to the Surgeon General.
And pipes away!
He kissed his own derriere in the movie Toy Story. Don Rickles was the voice of Mr. Potato Head.
I can't see a thing. I can't see a thing.
In Toy Story 2, he had eyes for Barbie.
I tour guide Barbie.
I'm a married spud.
Married and starting to show his age spots. At the Hasbro showroom, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head differentiate the men's from the ladies' room.
Oh, my God.
The birthday celebration had barely concluded when we spied the buffet. Put that back. Put that thing back. Of all the half-baked menu selections...
Well, they're good for you.
Good for you, but not for him. Jeannie Moe, CNN, New York.
Up next, Christina Stroni will be here with tonight's sports.
But first, here's a look at tonight's winning lottery numbers.
Den. Fox's Pizza Den is located on Old Route 66 in Clarion and offers all-day delivery. Phone 226-5555. That's 226-5555. Fox's Pizza Den is open 7 days a week for your convenience. Phone 226-5555.
Complete coverage of local, state, national, and international news as it happens?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to TV5 News Live.
Then tune in to Clarion's very own TV5 News Live for complete coverage of the Clarion area and our world. TV5 News crews, joined with crews from the world's news leader, CNN, provide complete coverage of the day's events. With advanced satellite capabilities, TV5 News can bring you the latest news as it happens. So tune in every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings for Clarion's very own TV5 News Live.
On September 11th, America faced terrorist attacks of the worst kind. Innocent lives were lost, and a sad cloud was cast over this great nation. These acts were intended to cause fear among all Americans, including our children. But we cannot let that happen. There are things we can do to help our kids. Talk with them, listen to them, tell them they're safe and that they're loved. God bless you, and God bless America.
This Friday is the start of the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City.
However, this week America has some exciting sports of their own. Christina, what's new in the world of sports?
Normally, Shaquille O'Neal won't be too upset if a couple of injured toes force him to miss a game against the league's worst team, the Chicago Bulls. But remember, the Bulls won their last meeting against the Lakers, a game which Shaq says Chicago took on a whole new meaning. O'Neal lost his cool in January 12th game and threw a haymaker at Chicago's Brad Miller after one foul too many and ended up with 3-game suspension. Now Shaq may miss tonight's game in L.A., but the Lakers don't think the Bulls are itching for another fight anyway. On Super Bowl Sunday, New England took their first NFL title, clinching a 20-17 lead against the St. Louis Rams. Many say the reason the Patriots were so successful was because of the efforts of the young Tom Brady. Brady's the Super Bowl's youngest quarterback in the history of the NFL to take home a win. Brady completed 16 of 27 passes for 145 yards, forcing a 48 field goal attempt for Adam Vinatieri, which won the game for the Patriots. Brady was also nominated as the most valuable player of the game, who claims that he was relaxed, calm, and confident. To Brady, he believes that the honor of the MVP title belongs to the whole team. In other news, Michael Jordan and wife Janita Jordan are ready to give their marriage another chance. The couple announced their reconciliation earlier this week. The Jordans were married with children for over 12 years until the recent announcement of their divorce. Wife Janita Jordan announced in her original divorce petition that past attempts for reconciliation had failed and future ones would be impractical and not in the best interests of the family. Janita withdrew this petition on January 4th. Both Michael and Janita claim that this time will be a success if their privacy and personal lives are respected. Thanks, Christina.
That's all for the news tonight. Join Carrie LaPoo and Susan Honorad tomorrow night.
For everyone here at TV5, I'm Jackie Nealon.
And I'm Pat Grace. Have a good night.